reflect on last night, I mean, what do you think went wrong for you guys?
Um, can't win a game with many turnovers we had for the amount of points that we gave up just strictly off turnovers. Just that alone put ourselves at a disadvantage. Especially we only had 5 points off their turnovers, I think, and they had 30-something off ours. Just that alone, protecting the ball, playing more smarter. That changed the outcome of the game right there. So, we just got to take care of the ball.
And the turnover issues have really gone on. I mean, it wasn't a problem for you guys in the early stages of the season. What do you think the issue is implementing the guys? Like, what do you?
Limited practice time. Last couple of weeks, just so much been going on. Going into the break, having a break. Finally having a couple days to really practice, have everybody kind of in. But today was a day where we cleaned up a lot of stuff offensively to kind of give us, kind of a foundation to kind of be more steadier and understanding what needs to be done. So, like I said, over the last couple of weeks, it's just been so much change and so much stuff happening on the go that we got to figure it out. So, that could be a product of it, but at the end of the day, we still got to protect the ball, and, giving up the ball that many times last night leads to that type of outcome.
With all the changes, how hard has it been to not really have a system in place that you guys can rely on, whether it's coaching changes or player changes?
I mean, it's a unique situation, especially for me, my 16-year career is my first kind of having, coaches change. So much change happened internally with teams and kind of, find a rhythm, having a rhythm, losing a rhythm, understanding a rhythm. But it happens when you have so much change, and today was a day where we kind of got out there, talked about a lot of stuff, got a feel for a lot of stuff, went over a lot of stuff. So it's just those moments that, we got to, basically be better at, like I said, last couple of weeks, last month, 2 months, whatever it's been a lot that's, happening. It's been a roller coaster for us to kind of just find that balance that we've been searching for.
What was that conversation like with Doug last night with you and the other starters and just trying to get the leadership going?
I mean, it was just amongst us, for us, talk to amongst one another, clean this thing up, It was private for a reason.
Is there a lot that can be taken from that for you guys?
Yeah, I mean, to have a great relationship, you got to have communication, and uncomfortable times and great times, and, that's all that was.
Do you feel coming out of something like that, do you feel like guys handled it the right way, it resonated the right way?
Yeah. I mean, we all pros, we all grown men at the end of the day. You got to receive and go through all this. I mean, you can't expect to play through an NBA season with everything being perfect, with some type of adversity, with some type of conflict, with some type of frustration. It just don't work like that. Life just don't work like that. So, moments call for moments to happen like that, and last night was a moment for it to happen.
Did it feel like, I know it was one game, but for you guys, did it feel like things were kind of building to a point like this?
I mean, no, you just hate to lose, especially at home. Hate to lose, hate to be, especially in an important game, on the back end of the season where every single game mattered, every single game count. We was in the third position, would it be that much of a big deal made out of a game like that? Probably not. But it's just where we at now, and we got to understand with 26 games left, every game is important, and we just can't allow that to happen again.
With you going through like 16 years of different things throughout the league, how much is it at this point, is it for your voice to be one of those main voices that are heard while you guys are going through this?
I mean, for sure. That's why we always here. We always look at people who've been through it all, have their experience, and understanding what it takes, especially at this point of the season, to kind of buckle down and kind of lock in and, get ourselves going, and just staying positive and not get caught up in all the outside drama of it's easy to nitpick or the criticism and the negativity that could, kind of bleed in and kind of make things, even more difficult. It's on me and the rest of the guys to stay positive and locked into this thing.
Thanks, everyone.
Thanks, Stephen.
Appreciate it. Saturday. It's fun to get into the
What's up, trash can?
Man, I'm talking to me.
How would you say, I guess, guys responded to maybe some tough love last night, tough messaging, and kind of put it forward to today?
Listen, man, this is the NBA, man. These guys have thick skin. They've been doing this for a long time. I don't expect anything but positivity and learning. Like, a lot of this was to be expected. Like, and if you didn't expect this, you probably don't know our league very well. Like, you get this many people with this much usage in a new system with no practice and all the different things that have transpired, new coach, everything. You're going to run into some bumps. Buckle your seatbelt and get ready to go.
How about just the biggest positive as you guys move forward and maybe pointed some things out on tape?
The ability for, even when I look out here and see Domas and Zach working together right now, like, there's a way, and I talk about this with some of our teammates, like how Peja liked to hand off was different than how Bobby liked it. And I didn't get to understand that until we took time to work together and talk to each other. And I think that was probably the biggest thing today. Like, part of, like, are there a bunch of things that I look at defensively and go, man, yeah. But I'd say, like, the biggest thing is our offense can help our defense a lot, because if you turn the ball over 24 times for 38 points, like, you're not winning anywhere in our galaxy. So, like, part of what we did today was making sure everyone understands spacing, and now a little bit of timing. Like, these are things that you work on in training camp, which we didn't have, and all of this is on the fly. So we'll be better, and no panic. No panic. Like, if you didn't expect this, I don't know what to tell you. It's gonna be bumpy, but I think at the same time it'll ultimately be beautiful.
Doug, this is the first time for you to have that conversation as the coach. How was that different for you to pull those guys into a room and have like a tough love situation?
I don't even know if it was tough love. I mean, the only difference, to be honest with you, Ham, is that the title on my name is different, because I've talked to these guys individually and sometimes in small groups like that all the time. Like, I haven't changed who I am. So they haven't seen anything different from me. I still go at them, and I'm at them, because that's who I am and that's who I'm going to be. The only difference is now I got the clipboard in my hand, and that's really it. So it's more about just making sure that we're all on the same page, and we use today to try to get on the same page. And there will still be issues and different things, but understand that everything is coming from a place of love. There's no malice, there's no meanness, there's no nothing like that. We all want the same thing. We're all trying to row and pull in the same direction. So it's part of what we do, man. But the one thing is we're not gonna be a losing team with a losing mentality. We're going to be a winning team with a winning mentality. And that's positivity, that's fight, those all the little things that you need to work through something like we experienced last night.
To start, like, mid-season here, do you need to strip it down a little bit as far as the offense, the defense, and get back to basics and then build it back up just because of all the new pieces?
Well, it's interesting that you say that, because I did that once. The very first day that I got the clipboard in my hand, and now the team is totally different. So that's kind of what I did today, was making sure that everyone understands. If I only did that on one side of the ball, tomorrow we'll deal with the other side of the ball, and that's a work in progress, is trying to just make sure that fundamentals and those things are the basis, and from there we begin to build block by block. And it's difficult to do on the fly, but like I told them, no one's checking for you in this league. They will run over you, through you. They are not going around you. So you might as well plant your feet in the ground and get ready to square up.
When you look at what Zach's been doing, do you feel like maybe he's thinking too much out there?
No, I think Zach is trying to be a good teammate. That's what he's doing. He's trying to fit in and try to be a good teammate, but part of who he is we need him to be who he is. And then we need to figure out how that fits, as opposed to, and I appreciate that. I do, because like what he's done over his career is high level, and he's trying to make sure that he's not stepping on anybody's toes and all of that. But part of it is you be yourself, and we'll all work together because what we're trying to do offensively is share the ball. So part of what you do is you have gravity because you are so great. You are so aggressive. Be that, and then share the ball. And there's a part to all of that is it's new. Man, you just walked into a gym with a whole bunch of new people and a whole new situation, and you have to figure that out. But that's why he is who he is at the same time. I think we'll see a more aggressive, different mindset in Zach stepping out on the floor. But we have to also do that within the context of our offense and understanding where we need to be at certain times. We had way too many 3 sides. We even had a 4 side in the game, which I don't know that I have seen it because I saw it last night. But and that's just it's not a bad thing. It's a communication thing. It's a trust thing. It's I give up the ball, it's coming back to me, and I know that those guys have that mindset, and hopefully today helped them quite a bit.
Any other questions?
Well,
You good?
yeah, defensively,
Uh-huh.
when we're looking back at the tape, is the transition stuff the biggest concern? What's the biggest concern for you defensively right now?
I mean, to be honest with you, the biggest concern is offensively, you're turning the ball over with live ball turnovers. There's not a lot of defense for that, man. I mean, guys are getting breaks. They're so good. They're drawing fouls. They're getting to the basket. They're collapsing what defense you do have back in the transition defense, and they're kicking the ball out. I have some clips that defensively there was some really solid things. Keegan did a good job on Steph. Keon came in, did a decent job on Steph as well. Those guys, and then the support that they were given was solid, but then we lost sight of some other guys. Those are and when you do that, you got 3 guys that have played together and 2 guys that haven't. Now we're jump switching and now they're cutting, as opposed to our principles is trust the chase, make sure that you open up. Anybody that rolls to the rim, I have that on the red, and we live to fight another day. But those are little tiny things that we have to work on. So to your question, I thought today was more about offense because it will help our defense. I don't even know that we know how good our defense is because we never got a chance to get it set.
Yeah. Schematically, do you have to do much differential with new personnel than what you had been doing previously? I think I asked last night about, and it was kind of taken more as a rotational question, but given the personnel that you have, and sometimes the ball stagnates the way that it has been, do you guys have to do anything schematically to free things up a little bit?
Well, I think more than anything, that's all about spacing and getting. Luckily, we have today and we have tomorrow to go through some things, and I know that they will be better for it. It's not from effort or anything like that.